Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Cold Fire and I'm doing a love reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Vedic. If you would like to channel, if you would like me to channel specifics according to your situation, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. It will give me insights into your energies and your situation and the energies connected to you. Even if you're watching this at a later time, uh, energy is timeless and we are all connected psychically. So, oh well. Let's get started in a second here. Okay. First off, I'm getting oracle cards, notes from the universe on love and connection. Love is never in vain. When you finally see what this whole time space thing is all about, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and you're going to be so happy you loved as much as you did. Dottingly, the universe. And that's a sweet message coming through from the universe, notes from the universe. That's it. We established some connectivity. Let's get some. Let's get one star codes Astro Oracle by Heather Rowan Robbins. I love the artwork here on this in these set of cards. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Let's see what's coming through. Venus, beloved, lovely. We just celebrated the day of love yesterday, 14th February. Some Venus energies here. We may have some seventh house relationship. See, I'm going to keep this here. A relationship is coming through. A relationship energy is coming through. I don't know what to put in. Yeah. I hope all the cards fit. Yeah. Or maybe that was okay. One card, bottom of the deck can go there in the stack of other cards. A love relationship, a romantic love relationship, a man-woman relationship, a divine counterparts, twin flame person, soulmate, whatever you resonate with coming through. Let's get one priory oracle card as well. I get a little worried there with the camphor burning. The blessings, the information of blessings that have been compiled in the invisible plane, which is guarded and conducted by our cosmic higher selves, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. That is the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Energies is coming through very clearly for us to find and implement here on Earth. What is always mine? Box turtle carry. So the blessings of the invisible plane, 444. As I said that, the blessings all on of the invisible plane. You've always carried that information here in your, and the light codes are coming through. The light codes are coming through on the invisible plane. Blessings, information's coming through. What am I opening into? You're opening into the blessings from your higher self, from the invisible plane that was created by the higher self, the hierophant, and the high priestess. We are emerging into that. We've carried connection to the higher self, playing the invisible plane quite consciously, quite subconsciously, and now it's coming out for us to recognize and carry it in this physical world reality. Let's get some Mystic Monday Tarot cards for the stance, for the title of this love reading. What are we looking at? What are the energies that are the umbrella energies, overarching energies? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Delays are ending, definitely. It's all coming through through together. The physical, mental, and spiritual world, abundance and blessings in the invisible plane are coming together. As I was saying earlier in my introductory energy, part of the video. Okay, so Knight at Wands, ready to take action. Ace of Cups, making this offer, taking, but looking at action, which preceded, which came before this. But what was done in the past? Like what happened? What actions were taken? What was our drive like before we feel this need to make the offer or feel this offer coming through? What are we taking charge of? What are we taking accountability and responsibility for moving forward? And then we have the Gemini card. I think I'm one card short. No. Why did I think that? I don't know. Moving closer, like very fast towards union, coming together. It's like you and your partner are locked in, like this. You're headbutting, but out of love. And both of y'all are showing up with both of us, like our partners and we are showing up. They're kind of looking in on how they acted in love. Possibly that offer of love wasn't made, or while they were making this offer of love, how did they act? They were not looking at it. They were looking at somebody is looking into. You can switch the roles, like either you or your partner are looking into how they've acted when they felt this overpowering love for you and the need to express their feelings towards us, right? And how have we shown up in front of them while they were making these gestures, like playful gestures, like it felt player like, but how did we react? We kind of resisted that. We were like, no, no, if you're gonna show up player like, then I'm gonna move on. Possibly, this card also speaks about options. Like, I'm gonna move on to the options that are more stable, that are more steady, and they're worked out when it comes to this. And then that chapter, like, looking for options, that kind of ended. And we've uh possibly gone back to the point where we're like, okay, no, this is the only cup of love that we're interested in. Both both the counterparts here, either divine counterparts or twin flame or soulmates, whatever you resonate with. Let's get the past, present, and future. So it's like this: both of y'all felt like y'all were ready. You were ready physically, mentally, and spiritually to feel this love, and then their actions and your reactions, and you possibly their actions were very player like and very they wanted to show up very cool, but they did feel it very intensely, and you were feeling the intensity of their energy. But um, since they were all trying to act player like and cool and flirty and flirting with this, being very flirty with this, frivolous with this intense feeling, then you will cause to react in and resist this offer. And you, the only way you thought like you could deal with this, or only option that was left for you to deal with it out of all the choices that you had were to move away from them, leave the situation, this intensity, and then see what other choices you had in life. And you possibly chose work as a way to resist this ace of cups situation with our present. And then we kind of tempered the energy a little bit, and it caused a lot of delays, and now that chapter has closed. Right, I have the world card here. That chapter is closed. This chapter has closed. It's not necessarily an end to the connection. It is not showing up like that. It's still there. It started right. We were ready. We were ready to feel that intense love. It's just that we didn't know how to act around it. It was very very 3D kind of actions and reactions and solutions. That kind of 3D perspective on this love, this Ace of Cups situation between uh, two people that just made either us or made us like you or your person, Gemini, you made Gemini feel like, flying away and seeing what the collective Gemini is being called to do when it comes to twin flame journey, spiritual journey, with lovers and temperance here, and do spiritual duty, spiritual work, light work, instead of dealing with this, because our persons were showing up in very flirty, frivolous uh, energies and behaviors, possibly from their past associations in the workplace, and always feeling solo and single and being happy in that. And possibly, like, they have spent a lot of time um, in a vow of celibacy and focusing on material world work, taking a lot of action, taking a lot of effort in running their business, households. And when they got a chance, once they unlocked the chapter of romantic love, they 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 kind of became too confident that, okay, I can be frivolous and I can be flirty about this, I can be a player about this, and it will not have any consequences. But the consequences was Gemini just took flight into what was being called to do, or whatever Gemini was being called to do in the matter of the world and their spiritual duty with divine guidance, and especially for the collective of Gemini in terms of light work, spiritual work, in the 3D world aspects of things as well, connecting to source and all of that. Right now, you might be looking to expand out into the world, your dreams, and you're putting all the deception behind. Like there are people who are walking right into your. They're thinking that they're getting away with lying, cheating, or stealing, but they're walking right into the place in front of the investigator that you are. Uh, that is going to get them. While you focus on this, you have set in motion spiritual justice against these IP, intellectual property stealers, liars, cheaters, and stealers. These deceptive people who have been attempting to steal your ideas and things like that. Suppose we love reading. Well, yeah, communications coming in, but it's all like it's all over the place right now, and fast coming in and into the immediate future. Communication about what exactly? What's happening? Communication is being manifested. Cards are jumping out. King of Swords. Movement on the situation. Some situations coming through. There's an investigator here. Seven of Pentacles. It's to do with some work project. It's supposed to be love reading. Let's see if what comes through. Okay, so this energy, we have the Chariot twice here. So it could be like the time frame of last year Cancer to this year Gemini season, like end of Cancer because it's here. Something that started last year, started last year, which you started taking action on, like somewhere around um something that became clear, like you had to leave, you had to take your energy and take care of yourself, self-care, nurturing, like focusing on your inner union, right? This I think this is about self-love, more than this being about the other person in concern, because their energy kind of is contained here, it's not showing up anywhere else. So when you started you started taking up control of your own journey, it's like you move straight into investigating your archetype, that is the lovers, right? And the energy is of union, twin flame union, the inner divine masculine feminine union. And you tried everything, reflecting on the work that you're doing, reflecting on what actions that you have been taking, what thoughts or what mental downloads are coming to you. It was more it was very introspective of all the work, that all the hard work that you have put in, Gemini. And right now you see how your energy, right now you see what's in your hand, like, you have the world in your hand and you're looking forward to this journey. Then this energy is coming in like a spirit guide coming in. And the spirit guide is kind of like this investigate energy is coming through, as somebody that Mars has sent in. They're looking into this deception, and these people, these lying liars, cheaters, and stealers. They now look at this. Our person is not looking back. They're looking at this, like, in a very like, I have this, like, and this is like an investigator. They're just taking this. They're taking, finally, like, finally they're here. It's like their achievement, the staff of achievement, and they're like, I'm going to first see, play with this and see. And you are like, I've done a lot of work for me to be playing around, um, and I'm going to take charge and accountability and responsibility of this Ace of Cups energy. And then the spirit guide is like, I'm going to now, your spirit guide, new spirit guide is here. That is, the spirit guide's here to give us intel on the invisible plane abundance. This is spiritual credit, right? So our persons have gone and like been like, okay, I've got my spiritual credit, I'm going to, and I've got my Ace of Cups, I'm done with my Holy Grail quest, because I've achieved the Holy Grail, I've unlocked it. And they kind of were a little reckless, and too playful and frivolous with it. And we are like, no, 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 we got to build a strong foundation. So we took up the accountability and responsibility, and we were focusing on all the information that was coming in for our archetypes, lovers, that is twin flame union, in a divine masculine, divine energies union, moving towards the invisible plane, the created by the higher self. And bringing merging the four timelines of deprivation and the missed out chances of uniting in divine love in the physical plane. This invisible plane was created, and it's done. The process of creating, it's being consolidated. It's been consolidated into one. And you knew you were getting updates on this process, and you might have not understood. We've not been piece it all together, like we can right now. You were trying to piece it all together, and you were receiving messages from the source, ab- about something coming together for us, Gemini, right? And it's all come together. There's the world card here, and the figure here is holding the world in his hands. Now the invisible plane, like, we can actually hold it, the blessings of the invisible plane. It's like a whole world of blessings that we were kept from having lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And now we suddenly have it. And then we have a spirit guide also, dealing with all the liars, cheaters, and stealers, especially of our intellectual property. And they're walking right into this field, like sneaking up right into this field of this new spirit guide here, right here. And so once they walk in with all of this harvested mental energy, right? harvested mental energy information, what they're thinking. Mainly, these are fears that they've harvested, right? And they're gonna walk, and they're going to be like, okay, whatever they've left behind, they're looking at the things that they're going to come back to steal. These two swords here, they're looking back at that, so they're carrying that kind of information, the location of that information as well, where they've left that back. So when they walk here with the fear-based ideas that they harvested from our minds, they're going to meet with this energy field of our new spiritual guide, who's going to transmute that energy and dissolve it, close the chapter, put a temperance. That's why the temperance energy is here. You might have maybe uh, put on hold like your creative project, passion projects, till you are feeling well rested. Right, that's what the temperance energy is coming through as. Something catalytic started happening around Sagittarius season last year. A lot of Sagittarius energy is coming through. It's also a fire sign. I see a lot of wands here. The Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands, Seven of Wands here again, Two of Wands, Page of Wands, Eight of Wands, like a lot of wands. And the Magician's holding a wand as well. So a lot of wand energy, like a lot of spirit guidance energy coming through, and Sagittarius is the opposite sign to us. So uh, it's our spiritual side, reflection as well. So let's just see. This is our mental energy. Gemini is a lot of air sign. It's a mental energy, right? So Sagittarius is the spiritual aspects of Gemini, and Gemini is the mental aspects of uh, Sagitt- Sagittarius reflects our spiritual aspects. I'm talking about the archetype. Please do not go and think that every Sagittarius that you meet there is going to reflect spiritual aspects. This is the archetype. So it's not about a Gemini person. It is not about a Sagittarius person. We're talking about energy. So think about the lunar activities that have happened in Sagittarius, like go back to lunar activities, or anything that happened during like Sagittarius season. There was a lot of spiritual revelations. You might have gotten a lot of support from the spirit realm around Sagittarius season, because that during Sagittarius season Geminis will get a lot of spiritual downloads right inside their mind, like a lot of information on spiritual activity concerning them, or their surrounding their work. Uh, Geminis will get that. So about this new spirit guide, right? That's comes through to lead you towards this invisible plane blessings like that you've collected over Chariot, that is Saturn, over the last 7 years. Maybe somebody was going through what we call 7.5 years of Saturn retrograde according to their Vedic birth charts. Uh, or it's talking about um every person according to the Vedic birth chart goes through three Saturn retrogrades in a lifetime, or the third one is the last one, like it's like a very important one. So it's speaking about this, like you're thinking about the Saturn retrograde blessing as in disguise. Like, a lot of work gets on, it gets put on pause, but it calls for a better, more efficient and spiritually enhanced structure. Like the spirit is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and you're gaining a lot of spiritual wealth during a Saturn retrograde in the Vedic birth chart. So it will help you if anybody's watching, to get your Vedic birth chart details and see where you are on your Saturn retrograde. So this is speaking especially about the third Saturn retrograde and the chariot. Like, we have three sand dunes here. There's also the three pyramids of Giza, related to the Orion's belt, where one of them is the Sirius star, and connect. Orion's belt is connected to the Sirius star, and the Sirius star seed, right? And also Sirius is our spiritual sun. The Saturn is helping us build a material. So it's material world structure according to our spiritual earnings, investments, of spiritual credit that we have, right? And it's like Gemini took charge of it, as well as started receiving information, actual information, intelligence, intel on this invisible plane structure. Like, what are the physics, metaphysics, and spiritual science, like occult science, when it comes to that? And we were called to really, 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 really focus on our invisible plane blessing, our good karma, as we said that sin. And now that karma has ended, right? Karma has ended. Our spiritual duty towards karma has been closed. That chapter has closed. Now, new spirit guides have come about. A big chapter of the cosmos has shut down. Karma has ceased to exist as a major player. Now it's in retirement mode. It's been retired. It's going to be there, but it's going to be there as this collective lesson, a library of lessons. They're encoded in our quantum structure. So it's reduced down from being a third density, or a necessity, to a structural thing, a very basic thing, a very quantum thing, one dimensional thing. Now it is not part of the larger structure, high dimensional structures anymore, right? So it has been condensed to the quantum level. And all of the fears that the bad karmics and the rogue matrix collective have, especially the rogue matrix collective, all of that information that they have harvested, intellectual property that they harvested, was based in fear programming or karmic programming, right? It was past. Now, since they have harvested it, and they hold it in their hands, right, they're walking straight into the energy field of the spirit guide, and the spirit energy field, that is our new spirit guide. And the spirit guide is going to recognize this as something harmful to us, because these are fear based ideas and thought forms, right? So they are going to basically, there's going to be like a transformation and abrupt ending of those fear-based thoughts. Those are deceptive, like, it, those can be stolen by these deceptive karmics and deceptive matrix people, is because they were fear-based, and fear is deception. It comes from the zone of deception, right? So it doesn't belong in the divine collective. A fear is a very deceptive uh, way of creating any thought form or idea, original idea in the first place. So it's working out very well for us. Like, this, there's like a war on fear-based, deceptive thought forms. The chariot is like the god Mars here on the chariot. He's doing the rounds. He's doing them. We feel his energy. It's like a war on fear. These are spiritual wars. He's announced it, like, yes, I'm on the chariot, I'm running around, and there's a war on fear. The Eight of Wands, magician. So the communication is coming through, incoming communication. Once this is done, once this gets over, this could be. I'm not getting any season. The next Mercury retrograde. The next Mercury retrograde. A lot of information about this invisible plane credit getting transferred to you is going to come through, like incoming messages. I think these are spirit guides, like the downloads in the next Mercury retrograde. This is credit from your past good karma, Gemini. It's coming through. Right, let's start getting some clarifications. Very clearly, somebody's coming up to you, like out of the blue, like this King of Swords person, and coming in, speaking this to you. This could be a job offer. This could be a business offer. This could be a project offer. Somebody like this is like a headhunter. They finally know now where to. They finally detected you for this work related thing, which will be the beginning of you cashing in on your spiritual credit, all of it, of the past. It's like that. Spiritual credit is now going to be released to you. Seven of Pentacles, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, it's the beginning. It's the beginning. Three of Pentacles and Seven of Wands clarified by the Magician. Yes, this process started somewhere in the past of this coming together in the material world. This we have the Three of Pentacles here. That invisible plane started showing up in the material world. It started being manifest. The Magician card, like possibly the last retrograde, Mercury retrograde at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, right? That started showing up. It started showing up. That's when you started taking accountability, like, for your spiritual credit. Yes, I've done great work, and I'm going to give myself this credit. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to hold this. Um, and I'm going to be in a place to receive information about my wishes coming true, my soul desires coming through. All right, mental information. Yes, it was released. That data, the minute we took, uh, we we allowed ourselves to take the credit for our give ourselves the credit for the work that we've put in, and been on this ascension journey, and the success that we felt, and we've kept up the pace, right? That has opened up the pocket of this new life of beauty and freedom, the ability to channel the blessings of spiritual credit, like the credit getting transferred to us in terms of intellectual property, cerebral ideas that we can bring about and create something in the physical plane for the world, and that will unlock this value in terms of currency, right? um, Clarifying the world card, sorry, world card, all right, clarifying the two of wands and the page of wands is the nine of cups and the two of cups. It's like this interaction, this date kind of scenario, yes, that is the soul desire. It's like that first date is very important. You and your spirit guide both know this, and you all are like creating this space for the soul desire to come through. The first date soul desire, meeting your counterpart, divine counterpart, twin flame, soulmate, whatever you resonate with. That first state, that energy is being created. And once the spirit guide has dealt with this, and you are dealt with compiling this world that you've built, this abundant world and life in this world that you've built, the concept, ready to embark on that abundant consciousness happily ever after, that is creating this this perfect zone for this first date to happen. Okay, that was interesting. All right, they've been met with is there's cold energy. They're being turned down. Whatever they're sneaking off with, it's going to be closed off, and it's going to be taken away from them. They're going to be rejected. They're going they're going to suffer massive failure and loss of money, and loss of emotional connectivity with the divine collective in general. All of these liars, cheaters, stealers, it's happened already. War on liar, cheaters, and deceiver, deception, fear-based activities, ideas. Eight of Wands and the Magician. Let's see what's clarifying. Eight of Wands and the Magician. We have the Seven of Cups that fell to the floor. Options coming in on how to bring about this these visions that we've been having, and we've been thinking, we've been getting confused. Like, I have this vision of this beautiful uh abundant life that I'm getting. That is the spirit of your blessings coming through as visions, like, psychic visions, visuals coming through, right? And it's a little confusing, because it's like, am I just like daydreaming, or am I just imagining that, I have this wonderful life? No, it is that invisible planes energy coming in through short visions, right? And then when we wake up and we see that, no, there is our actual material world looks very different compared to these beautiful visions that we're getting of a luxurious life, um, infinite abundance, a limitless potential that comes through suddenly. And you, in those moments, in those fraction of those fleeting moments when you're getting these visions, or sensing these energies of this abundance coming through, you tend to think that no, you're just being delusional, or you're hallucinating, or it's just an illusion, right? You've been put in a trance, a hypnotic trance. But now it is in the next Mercury retrograde, it is going to become more and more and more evident that this is it's moving into this invisible plane of spiritual credit, uh, abundance consciousness reality that's been brewing in this invisible plane is coming down. It's the information, actual physical and mental information, is getting manifested into your reality, in your conscious mind as well as your subconscious mind, in your waking as well as your dreaming, like both of them. So it's coming through in the next Mercury retrograde, and I believe that is somewhere, it's before Gemini season begins, definitely, because I checked for that. So by Gemini season, you're going to, and Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, right? Um, so by Gemini season, we will be
It's
out
6 o'clock.
at 6 o'clock, and the Gemini card is a number six card. And when he said it's 6 o'clock, it like just hammered inside my heart chakra, like all right, it was powerful. I got love bombed. I got love bombed by a fellow Gemini energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Vedic uh, Gemini energy. Thank you so much for the love bomb. I needed that. All right. But yeah, it's good. It was good, well-meaning energy. It was good heart information. But thank you. Please try to contain your energy henceforth. I send it back to you. I do not want it back. So, or it could be somebody with a Gemini in Venus here, or Gemini and Mars. Sorry, Gemini and Mars here. It felt like a bomb. It felt like a loving attack. Somebody didn't want to hear that, but or maybe this was a cross watcher, karmic, or matrix who knows that this is coming through. This is coming through for us, Gemini. They know it very clearly. We have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. They know by Gemini season this year we will be out of the shadow period of the second retrograde of this year, right? And information is being manifested inside our mind and inside and in the physical, especially inside our mind. We're going to get the information very clearly on how to bring about this invisible plane spiritual credit blessings into our reality. So far, let me tell you, we had nothing. We had nothing but fear-based deceptive thing. But yes, Wheel of Fortune, what did I say? What did I say? It's going to manifest. We are going to get the information that is needed. Finally, for the first time, we're going to get actual intel on how to manifest this spiritual credit blessings. And we have created this in the spirit world, okay? An entire reality, an alternate reality of our blessings based on our spiritual credit, all the spiritual work that we have done, and including our person, all right? Our person, the divine counterpart, the twin flame, or the soulmate, wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are going to unlock the spiritual world, the invisible plane, the higher self realm, that is like this bank where you have just deposited spiritual credit, and that realm, uh, that invisible plane, that world, um, where you where it has played out in spirit how your physical world plain reality should be like based on your spiritual credit, right? Because it's all about the soul's journey. We are a soul that gets a body and a mind, right? So whatever is created in the spiritual world, this invisible plane reality, this invisible plane world, energetically, if you can channel, if you can connect to it, and if you can channel that information, and energy is just energy. Like, it doesn't have to be like next retrograde or thing like that. You can channel the energy right now and feel the power of it. Sure, maybe, sure, like, in for it, there's physics, right? There's physical laws, and also, like, you need to be able to compile things using your mind. So your mind also needs to be charged up a little bit, polished up a little bit, so that also takes a little bit of time, for these deceptive thoughts to be expelled, like, even though like somebody else has stolen those thought forms, and uh, the thought processes that were creating original ideas. But also, like, they had the the they were programmed out. They had that lingering fear programming, right? And that is just deceptive, like, incorporating fear in your original ideas, even if they're original ideas, but they're incorporated fear in that. That is deceptive for so your mind also needs to be ready for it. But spiritually, you can feel it. You can feel the the invisible plane blessings, the energetically you can feel the blessings that you have built up, you have in your invisible plane. You can feel the energy. I can feel it right now. I'm feeling so charged up, even though my mind is still hasn't still received the intel on how do I get about this uh, abundant destiny that I can feel energetically in the in invisible plane. But I can actually feel the value of the spiritual credit that I have collected over lifetime after lifetime, right? I can feel that. I can feel that. That is there in my memory, uh, my social memory complex of all lifetimes, right? And especially possibly a few lifetimes. Like, I was talking about the 7.5 years periods where Saturn goes retrograde on the Vedic birth chart. 3 times it happens. 7.5 years, 3 times it goes into retrograde. And those possibly it's like those seven, those three lifetimes, right? Or 7 lifetimes where you 7.5 lifetimes, like where you suffered, right? And the eighth one is coming through. The eighth one is coming through. 7.5, 3, 7.5, 8, and then you will move on to the 9, the soul expansion. Information on the half and half one coming through, right? Interesting, right? But what I'm trying to say is energetically you can feel you've completed, you've paid your dues, you've gathered your spiritual credit, Gemini. And now is the time for you to live that wish fulfillment. Yes, you can feel it energetically. But when it comes to you getting ideas that will bring about this material which will translate your spiritual credit into material world abundance, the ideas, the mental ideas, right now the fear programming from your mind, which was stolen by somebody else, you were cheated out of those old fear based original ideas. Sure, they would have gotten you the same amount of material wealth, but you would be straining your mind because it still had that fear programming in it, right? Now the fear, let's say the fear programming is being drained. Let's thank the matrix clone and the karmic fate, like, wanna be us Gemini, like, whatever it is. Like, whoever stole our, whoever harvested our mental energy has harvested the fear programming along with it. And the trauma based emotions related to that entire phase where we were creating out of fear, right? They've harvested all of that, and now those are being transmuted and written off into like a black hole. That entire information is being changed and being made more appropriate and suitable to like this lucid state where it's being created free of fear, free of any toxicity, free of trauma. It's more like like I said, it's fluid dynamics. This mental information is very fluid, like Mercury. Right, like, so let's get on Mercury retrograde. The second Mercury retrograde is going, and the shadow period is going to end. Wheel of Fortune before Gemini season begins. So during Gemini season, we're going to get like a clear ideas, like somebody, like, you're going to be able to either go out there into the world. Your ideas are going to come out into the world very, very clearly during Gemini season, Gemini. Or people would want to approach and officially take your ideas and take your ideas and put it out there in the system of ideas and in the world, like archive your ideas or patent your ideas. Gemini, yes. It's like world credit. You're getting world credit here for your ideas, and it's going to show up. It's going to show up. Let's clarify the chariot at the bottom of the deck. You have the Eight of Wands here again. Yes. Moving forward. That's when the Knight of Cups is coming in. Possibly Cancer season. Once we're done with this phenomenal Gemini season energy, it's coming in. All right. Yeah, like, okay, it's like you're gonna be very attractive. Like, a lot of people would want to engage with you, like, romantically or something. Yeah, kind of be careful about that. Like, I don't feel it's not a very nice energy. It's not afraid, but it's just like, know that people want you would still want to be close to you or get close to you around Cancer season. If it's not the one, then be careful of people functioning under this Knight of Cups energy, the charmer energy. Be careful of what you are accepting. Like, you're not accepting of any alcohol or beverages, substances from people. Continue doing that. They're going to try and drain your ideas again. because you'll be very charged up, and doing the fame Wheel of Fortune rounds in Chariot season. That is after Gemini season. Yeah, so people would want to be sneaky and mix something in your drink. Be careful of the source where it's coming from. Let's get three cards from the universe. Nine of Swords. Somebody sending you old hags in your dreams to harvest your dream energy. Yeah, a practitioner, a false mother figure who's been sending you ghosts to be afraid of. This practitioner, you might not know this practitioner sending you like ghosts, but at the same time, like I said, ghosts are just like frightful spirits, vengeful spirits, everything based in like she's had success so far, but like that's going to be blown out. The cover is going to be blown off. This practitioner, whoever has been sending you nightmares, like building nightmares, because those nightmares have also gotten harvested. She's been successful about this, and those nightmares have gotten harvested, and that mental energy is also meeting your spirit guide. But just like I'm going to insist on this. Please stop accepting any kind of drinks or food from anyone. Please cook for your own self. Make your own beverages and foods for some time, and see where your sources of water, if they're clean. If not, just like do some spiritual cleansing before you drink your water. Yeah, a lot of information is coming through water about this union, this 10 of cups, this happily ever after with your person. And somebody's trying to not let you see it very clearly in your dreams, or get to that emotional state of happily ever after. It's 9 of cups and that's 10 of cups, like they're trying to come in between. They have been successful so far, but now it's like the cover is being blown, uh and I'm getting a lot of angry energy towards this practitioner and all the people that went to this practitioner, right? And there a lot of people, like everybody's really really angry, just everybody's just really angry at with this practitioner, and all the people that they know who went to this practitioner to cause a lot of sleep paralysis and old hag syndrome, and projecting ghosts, and projecting illusions, scary illusion, like scepters in the fog, like illusions, causing illusions around this couple, this 10 of cups couple. This is us and our person. There's just like collective rage against this. It's this new spirit guide, working its energetic magic, right? That's how these people are going to be met. And a lot of strangers are just angry about these people, and it's just creating this tower moment. The cover is going to be blown, possibly like uh publicly, these people's names, and whoever went to this practitioner is suddenly coming out into the open. They're going to be exposed publicly. There's going to be a massive media expose on these practitioners who have been sending psychic attacks, who have been doing all of this dark witchy voodoo occult stuff, as well as people who have been using technology to create frequencies, creating projections, shadow figures, sounds, scratching sounds, growling sounds, those kind of things. All of that is going to get exposed. It's a worldwide thing that is happening. It's going to get exposed. The the evil, nasty karmic, and the rogue and rotten matrix plot, and is all going to get exposed like really fast. It's going to get exposed. It's happening right now. It's getting exposed as we speak. It's getting exposed. It's getting exposed. Let's get some fairy Lenormand oracle cards. It's getting exposed. This higher up, the star seed. The star seed. There is a. I want to say general manager, but that's like, ew, gross. This is higher self of the star seed, or a very very old star seed, like a seraphim, like I don't know what to say. Let's say that there are star seeds, and then there is this. Okay, the star seeds guide, who's like this collective, like, all the cosmic, like, star seeds guide, like this special star seeds archangel. Or not even archangel, like special star seed seraphim spirit guide. That is what is here. Oh my god. That that is what is conducting this expose on these occult and psychological manipulation plots that have been going on. So the expose, be ready, because I had one of my friends tell me that she's getting so much news. I don't watch the news. I don't get news from anywhere. I get channeled messages, and I channel right from my spirit guides, archangels, God, source, universe, the even the underworld, hell, demon, devil. They also have some information to share, and I just share it. Those are the dark energies, the underworld energies, are karmic energies. So whenever I'm channeling karmic energies, they are coming from that realm, the underworld realm. And when I'm channeling the Matrix Collective 717, it's coming from a projected field. It's a projection. It's a fake reality. It's a fake reality. It's for artificial intelligence to learn about organic intelligence, and to be a support system for organic life here on the physical plane, right? So I'm channeling it from a fake reality, what is being projected, what the lies. I'm reading from that mental energy, right? The lies and the deception, I'm reading from that. And but I am of the divine collective. I'm a star seed. I have been in the one. I have been in the spiritual wars as one of uh, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael's side for a while, but mainly in human form in this lifetime. This is my first lifetime as a human being. I am the 144,000. Now, this is what I'm saying, you taking accountability for your spiritual role. What is your soul? Whatever is coming through to you, look into it. See if you see your visions, see your role. Who are you? Where have you come from? The last I the last lifetime I was somewhere very close to Earth. Um, Previously I was in different galaxies. I've possibly so I recognize this. I recognize this seraphim very very closely, very very closely. Hold on a minute. So, like, I recognize the seraphim energy very closely. very, very closely. I do. And I know its powers and I know its intentions and I know what it wants to do. And the flame just was going down and it started burning really bright. Like, it was going down, but it started burning very brightly. So I sensed that the seraphim is here conducting the expose of these very shady activities, harassments that the karmics and the matrix collective that have been doing with the divine collective's lives. And I'm being asked to close the reading right here. And yes, that's what I have for you, Gemini. And I will see you in the next reading. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would like me to channel specifics to your situation for future readings.